Good afternoon, morning, or evening. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Gigo, and welcome back to another motivational video of building a house in Ghana. This is the Pram Pram project, and we are busy with the penthouse, hidden roof gutter. We've done the iron rod installation, the carpentry work is also done, and today we'll be doing the plumbing work, and also we'll look at the electricals for the penthouse, because we also have a water tank on top, so we need to put some light underneath, which will be for the staircase, and also we might go with solar for the penthouse, so we're putting those things in place. And as you can see, the steel bender came to fix all the rods, put everything in place. Everything is nice and checked, and FO is here now to do the sideboarding, to get everything ready for the concrete mixing, and he's assisting the engineer, with the plumbing work and also the electricals, for the hidden roof gutter, because everything has to go in before we do the concrete casting. Like I said, we're planning to go with solar in the future, so we have to put that also in place. And also we want some of the lights to be underneath the hidden roof gutter, which will be for the terrace, for the lounge, and also for underneath the staircase. So we have to do that also. We also have to do the last beam, the lintel beam, which you see now. We already put in the rod, so we're going to cast that side also, and then we go like 8 blocks high in that section. Then we are done with the block laying. So I'm also looking forward to that part where we're going to lay the last blocks, for this project, and then we focus with the plastering, and then we go with the windows and all that kind of stuff. So we still have a long way to go, but we are moving step by step, and gradually we will get there. No rush. We take our time to build. So the guys decided that they want to do the concrete casting themselves instead of using the machine, which will be like a half-day job. They want to do it themselves, which will take them like 2 days. So they already start preparing, taking the sand and the stones up there, whilst the guys are busy, with the carpentry and the plumbing and the plumbing work. They are also putting themselves together so that immediately they are done, they can also start with the concrete casting. And then the last block work, which will hold the wood trusses for the aluminium sheets. I'll really be happy if I can do that part, finish with the roofing before the end of the rainy season, because I would really love to try, after they fix the roof, I would really love that it goes through the rainy season at least a week or two, to experience, the hard rain, so that we just test it, just to see how it will go. So yeah, the steel bender, as I said, already did its thing, and then you can check out the work being done. You can see for yourself. Great job, really done. The edges are all double matte, so you see that the steel bender has done a very great job. So if you need a steel bender for your project, you can just get in touch with me. I'll forward this number to you via email, and then you can work with him directly. If you give your drawing to him, he understands it. He can read, what the architect puts in there, or what the engineer wants. And you can check in my playlist also. With all the projects that we've done, we've used the same person throughout. It's the same team, so you can check his works. You can check his works, what he's done throughout the channel. All the houses we've built on the channel, he's the same person doing all our still works. And when you see what he's doing and look at what others are doing, you see the difference. Like I always say, the work has to speak for himself. The work speaks for itself. When you see the good job done, you see this is, a good job done. Especially when it comes to this project. When I was in Ghana, when people are passing by, they always say, hey, this house is like, they can feel the weight of the house. You see that this is very built. They've built it very well. So as you can see, FO is still busy, with the sideboarding, trying to get things done. And then as you can, so this is not a void. What you're seeing is not a void to the last floor. We're going to do roofing here as well. So maybe halfway there, the roof will come and cover the second floor, which has the bedrooms. So it's going to be a separate 3 floors, and each floor has its own living room space and a kitchen as well. So the whole house consists of 3 living room space and 3 kitchen. So I would say it is almost like an apartment which has 3 floors, because it all has each level has its own entryway, to the apartment or to the house. So I designed this myself. So, and the team also has a really good architects, engineers that can help you to design your dream home, how you want to live in it, how you want to build your dream house. We are a team of builders, from beginning to the end. So if you're someone who has a land or someone who wants to put up his dream home, you can get in touch with us. You can send me email and I'll forward the necessary contacts to you, so you deal with them directly. If you want me to also help in the process, I'm also available to help. So just get in touch with us, let's have a conversation, and let's see how best we can help each other. We also work across the country. So if you have a project, and even if you want us to go and monitor your project for you or go and assess it, maybe you already have your building but you are not sure of what went in there, we can go there, have a look and give our honest opinion to the project. And also if you're mason, you also need an assistant. As I said, we have engineer to go and look at what he is doing, because there's a difference between a mason and someone who is engineer. So but then you always need an engineer once in a while, to just go and check and see what the mason is doing, if there's anything we can put in there to support, because building costs a lot of money and you don't want to finish with your building and start having problems, and every 3 months you have to do maintenance of the house. So the electrical work is still going on, and as you can see, the electrician is still busy with the electrical. You see a lot of electrical works here because every level has its own power supply. That's how I try to design the house. So that's why you see a lot of electrical works. So we are ever ready to help you to build your dream home. So get in touch with us, and let's work together. Let's design your house also for you. So as you can see now, the electrical works. There's a spotlight which we put at the staircase area, so you can count the number of spotlight just at the staircase area. And for the records, this is the second hidden roof gutter we are constructing for this particular project. We already did the first hidden roof gutter, which is at the back of the house, for the second floor, which you can see behind the plumber. That's it. That's where we have the first hidden roof gutter, and this is the second one. Like normally people will go for just one, at one side, or they go all around, but then the slope goes to one side, so then you have pressure, so you can imagine me having one hidden roof just there, and then from this height downwards, so you can imagine the pressure of the water, and that's why sometimes it causes leakages, or when it splashes on the walls, it splashes all around the walls get wet and then it starts leaking. And also people don't tile their hidden roof gutters. That's something we have to do. We have to tile them so that the blocks cannot get wet, or the concrete cannot get wet. And talking about the concrete, or let's say the block work, to get wet, you need a ratio. You need a good ratio for your concrete casting. You need a good ratio. You have to put in a lot of cement because water cannot go through cement. So let's put a lot of cement in there. Let's tile our hidden roof gutters, and then you will be safe. You also need a good blocks, quarry dust block for your project, and then you are safe. So the guys have done a little bit with the stones. They're still putting up some sand up there, and yeah, it's going well so far. So good, can't complain. I have one of the best team here, so working with them makes things easy because they know what they are doing. You know, the only thing is that we just have to see how far we can go with the buying of the materials, and you know, so that the work can flow, because they really love the flow. If there's a flow, it's very nice, especially with the hill project. I'll really give a shout out to the owner of that project. He's really prepared, so it makes the flow so easy for the guys to go to work, and they're always happy when they are there. And as at the time of recording this video, which is like the 15th of May, they've already done the concrete casting of that project. They've started with the actual foundation, which is at the back of the project. So the excavator is going there to dig all the foundations and stuff. So that video is also piling up. When we are done with the Pram project, I think I have 2 more videos to upload. Then I'll shift the attention to the hill project, and then I think it's going to be also a full week of action with that project. So just stay tuned, and if you're a young guy out there, you know, if you're in the diaspora, this is the time to start investing in Africa. This is the time to get a little bit piece, the cake of Africa. It's possible to do it now. You know, just buy a piece of land and just do whatever you want to do out there, and just keep the documents so that anytime you're ready to come back home, you don't have to go through the hustle. You don't have to struggle like what our fathers are doing, you know, struggling to get documents and paperwork. You are young now, so you have the time to just take your time to work out those things. And these days we have a lot of real estate agents all around the country where you can do your search and find one that you can rely on. Just make some few purchases. You don't have to buy anything around Accra. You can go a little bit further, you know, and I think with 5,000 or 8,000 US dollars, you can buy a piece of land somewhere a little bit far, and in the next 10 years or 15 years, the place is developed just like what I have now, and you can start building and start developing, because trust me, you surely love to come back home, you know, to do something there, because what's happening in Africa, the movement is a massive shift, you know, all over the world, and the attention is on Africa now. So if you can afford it, this is the time to do it. Don't wait till you really need it, then you have to go through rush hustle to get it done. So just start doing something. Not necessarily you have to build on it or you have to do something now. Just buy 2 or 3 and just leave it for some time. If you're ready to do something on it, you just sell 2 and then you keep 1 for yourself. You use the money to start the project, and then then you keep going. You know, I also bought land around the Central University about 2010. Around 2010, I bought it for 8,000 Ghana cedis, which was at that time also it was expensive for me. When I was paying for that land, I was crying. But today it is like times 10. The price is times 10 now. So by just buying it and just leaving it there, because actually when I was buying it, I had no plan. I didn't even think of building, you know. I just got opportunity and I just made that payment, and that is it. And until now I still don't have plan what I really want to do there. But yeah, just leave it for now. When the time comes, I can decide to sell it and use it to develop the other plot or whatever I want to use it for. So buying land is a good asset. You know, all you have to do is to just make sure that you're buying from the right people, and you do your search. But if you keep buying land, it's a great asset for you in the future. So look into it. And even if you are not interested in doing anything in Ghana, you just buy the land and just leave it. When you have your kids, you know, they decide where they want to live or what they want to do, and they don't have to go through the hustle of looking for the new place to buy land, going through the hustle. By then, the land that you buying now, which is outside of the city, during that time, that land will be, the place will be developed, so they won't have to struggle much with when it comes to electricity and water. By then, all of those things are in place, so it is still a good asset to leave for your kids. 40 years ago, my grandfather also bought this land. At that time, it was bushy. Nobody wanted to live there. When his kids grew up, they also didn't want to live there because it was not developed. And now it is my generation, my time, and look at how beautiful that place is now. And I don't have to go through any paperwork. I don't have to go through have quarrels with landlords and everything is secured. That is his hustle, and here I am enjoying the labor 40 years ago. So do it for your kids, if not for yourself, and your kids will be grateful, your grandchildren will be grateful, like as I am now with my grandfather. I never met him, but I'm happy that he did this for us. So thanks for staying with me till this far. I really do appreciate your time spent on the channel, and I'll see you in my next episode. In my next episode, we'll look at the finishing of the concrete casting and also the block laying for the hidden roof gutter. Then we move straight to the hell project. I have so many videos to upload to you guys, show you guys what we are learning. There's so much to learn with that project, so don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next episode. Let's get do it.